Hey y'all, I hope everybody's doing well today. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. I'm here. I'm actually broadcasting from my iPhone right now. Um, and I don't have a tripod to put my iPhone on, so I'm actually waiting for my computer to update. You know how these iMacs are. You don't know anything about an iMac. Is that when it updates, you got to wait for it to update, then it got to shut down, and then it got to update again, then it got to shut down again, then it got to update, and so on and so on and so forth. So I apologize for my tardiness. Hey, what's going on, Tyrone? And who else is joining us already this morning? Gabrielle, how are you? Gabrielle Johnson, how are you doing? Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to everyone. I am His Majesty. And Joseph is here, but he is just now waking up, getting his bearings. So um, I am solo for right now. I got to send him the link because he hasn't gotten his bearings yet. Um, hey, Reese Cup, what's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. I got some announcements for you guys this morning. I have some announcements that I need to make this morning, and you guys will find out about that momentarily. We have a lot to cover. It's about the meet and greet, about the platform, everything. So, um, uh, yeah, I will be with you in a moment, guys. I really will. I'll be with you in a moment. I hate when I have to broadcast from my phone. I do. I hate when I have to broadcast from my phone. Not that it's not a good phone and it doesn't have a good camera. It has a very good camera, but I don't like when I have to broadcast from my phone. Sorry about that, guys. I went out for a minute. I did. I went out for a minute. I'm turning my camera because I don't want y'all to see my face yet. But anyway, yeah, this year went by so fast, everybody, didn't it? It seems like yesterday we was in January, and now we almost at the end of the month. We 1 month away, and then we'll be in a new year. Wow, this is something. And so much has happened. You know, some good, some bad. You know, just a year ago, we were in the midst of a shutdown, a pandemic, a quarantine, or whatever you want to call it, and now we're kind of sort of getting out of that, which is a good thing, which is positive, that we're getting out of this pandemic that we're in. Well, are they still calling it a pandemic? They still call it a pandemic, but we're out of this pandemic. We're slowly getting out of this pandemic that we're currently in, and yeah. And guys, I just want to bring some. I just want to give you guys some food for thought. Did you guys know that police officers are the number one people that are affected by COVID-19 at this time? There are more police officers in this country dying in this country more than any other occupation. There are more police officers. You would think, they say, the people that are most affected by this could be, could be most affected by this are people that are elderly or with pre-existing conditions, right? But there are more police officers dying of COVID-19 than any other occupation, than any other person in this country. And the sad part is that police officers are against the vaccine. They don't want to go and get vaccinated. Civil servants, period. They don't want to go and get vaccinated. And the one thing that we really need to worry about is our healthcare workers. Our healthcare workers are not going and getting vaccinated, which is sad because they are supposed to be the front line. They are supposed to be the ones that are setting an example for everyone else to get vaccinated. And what does it look like when the healthcare workers are not getting vaccinated? Y'all, I know everybody got these conspiracy theories about COVID and it's a government thing and so on and so forth. Why do we always feed into stuff like that? Why? Why do we always feed into things like that? We feed into this idea that the government in some kind of way is somehow behind something sinister, it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive. And what it does is people are dying as a result of all these conspiracies, especially in the Black community. Especially in the Black community. We want to talk about what was that? What was that project back in the day, Joseph? I can't remember what they called it. Where Black men were getting they thought they were doing some type of medical testing, and it was voluntary, by the way. It was voluntary, and they ended up finding out that they were given syphilis. I can't remember what it was called, but and it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. My mind is like my mind is kind of like erased right now. But when it comes to things like this, we listen to hearsay. And unfortunately, that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest media, outlets of news. Most Black people, we go by word of mouth. We don't necessarily watch the news. We don't necessarily watch the news to get our news. We go by word of mouth, what we heard, or what cousin Geneva done said, or what Bonquisha done heard that her baby father's mother, sister, cousin had told her. That's what we go by. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna close out of this. Close out of this. No, I ain't gonna end it. I'm just gonna close out of it. There I go. There I go. There I go. Joseph, come back in. Um, but we go by word of mouth. We go by word of mouth, and because we go by word of mouth, um, sometimes word of mouth can cause you to succumb to something that you don't need to succumb to. That's like, a lot of people in the black church early on when this COVID-19 started was believing what the pastors were saying. The pastors were saying, "Oh, it ain't no such thing as coronavirus. It ain't no such thing as COVID-19." And guess who was dying? The pastors that was saying that same shit. Remember that pastor down in Florida was telling all his people that there wasn't no such thing as coronavirus, wasn't no such thing as COVID-19. Where he at? Here dead. We got to start being a little bit more proactive in our black community about the things we do in the way in which we move. We got to start being a little bit more proactive. But anyway, guys, my iMac has updated, so I'm gonna get the show started. And I'm not gonna do a countdown today, and I'm not going to do an intro. I'm just gonna come on. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey everybody, what's going on? Y'all, I know y'all wonder why is Tramel got this jacket on in the house? Cause y'all, it's cold. I don't know what it is about the first floor of my house. See, because now the studio is downstairs. I told y'all I moved the studio downstairs, right? And I've turned my living room into the McQuaid King studio. But it's cold in here. For some reason, I don't know what it is, and we're gonna have to look into it. There's this program here that will come. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry, my back is itching. It's my allergies. It's my allergies. It's my allergies bothering me. But anyway, there's this program here in Rome, New York. They will come and insulate your house for free. They'll come and insulate your house. They'll give you a new refrigerator and the whole nine. So I think I'm gonna look into that, Joseph, this week, this month, because the winter months are coming, and it's so cold. It's cold down here, y'all. It's cold, except in the room. Like Joseph is in that room right there. He's right there. He's like a couple of steps away from me. That room is hot. It's hot in here. But my living room, and we have another room. We have another spare room down here, which we plan to use for our office. That it's like it'd be freezing. It'd be freezing in there, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't feel no breeze coming through. I don't feel no breezes coming through the window, or the doorway, the bottom of the door, the front door, and the side door, and all the doors in the house have, like, insulation under them. So I don't know why the cold air. I don't know if it's coming through the vents or what. Upstairs is it don't get cold upstairs. It just sometimes it depends. It depends on what the weather is like outside. But the heat is on, and the heat is on. Right, Joseph? The heat is on. Like, it's hot in that bedroom right there. It's hot. But the heat is on. But just this one room right here that I'm in, it's freezing. It's freezing in here. So that's why I got, my military jacket on today. It's because it's cold. Do you know that somebody thought I was one of the toy soldiers for Halloween yesterday? They saw me in the damn store. I said, I ain't no damn toy soldier. But anyway, hold on for a second, guys. Let me just get my phone so I can see these comments that are coming up and stuff. Hold on for a second. Now I wonder why that topic today, Jamal? Why that topic today? We're gonna talk about that because I got to tell y'all of an experience that I had yesterday, which inspired the topic today. And it has to do with my mom. It does. It has to do with my mom. Um, Who else came in here? Hey, Monica, what's going on, Monica? You know what? I really enjoyed your commentary last night. Um, I did not get the full story of what you were talking about because, Monica, honestly, I don't get a chance to watch you as often as I'd like to watch you at night because I'm always doing something. Like I do, like I have to get Joseph's dialysis supplies together and stuff, and I usually cook at night and stuff like that. So I didn't get a chance to watch the full coverage, the full story of what happened. I caught, the candlelight visual that you were talking about, and I thought it was so sad, you know. Um, and I'm gonna go back and watch it because I want to know the full story of what was going on. Hey, Uncle Fred. Um, and so I'm gonna go back and watch it, Monica. Shout out to Monica for Monica's News News. Now we got some announcements to make this morning. We got some announcements to make this morning. Um, yeah, I know Uncle Fred because I remember, but even living in your house, Uncle Fred, it didn't used to be cold upstairs. Like Uncle Fred said, he travels up. And he said it happens at his house. I don't know, Uncle Fred. I don't know. Do it be cold upstairs now that we gone? I don't know if it's because there ain't no extra bodies in the house. Maybe it's cold upstairs. But when we used to live with you, Uncle Fred, it didn't used to be cold. We didn't used to get cold. Well, we did because Uncle Fred used to have that heat blazing hip hop R&B child, didn't he, Joseph? He used to have that heat blazing, so maybe I didn't even feel the effects of it being cold upstairs because Uncle Fred had heat on, child. Um, yeah, Monica, I'm gonna go back and watch it. I am. I'm gonna back and watch it. Yes. Now, before we get on to what I'm going to talk about today, um, I want to make some announcements. Okay. The announcements that I really want to make to you guys is referring to first the McCray King's our time frame. Now, you guys are so used to us coming on at 11:30 a.m. or between the hours of 11:30 a.m. and 12 o'clock, like we on today. But y'all so used to us coming on at this time. But we are going to change our time frame, and there's several reasons for that. One of the reasons is because, to be honest with you, as much as we appreciate you guys watching us, okay, as much as we appreciate you guys watching us, um, we we really want to get our subscribership up, right? And I guess because of the are you kidding me? Hold on for a second, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta do something. Sorry, guys. One moment. I thought I did it. Good job. Let me tell you something. Anyway, um, we're changing our time frame for several reasons. One of the reasons is because we want to get our subscribership up. And as much as we appreciate you guys watching us here at 11:30 a.m. and sometimes 12, we recognize that not a lot of people watch us when we go live. It's about like right now, it's about five of y'all here, right? And not that it really in the grand scheme of things to me and Joseph, if two people watch us, we fine. You know what I'm saying? Um, but our analytics are going down more and more and more and more and more. So um, we're trying to let me move over. We're trying to get our subscribership up because we really had a goal of reaching. We wanted to have a much bigger, excuse me, platform and much bigger, much many more subscribers um, than we currently do now. Um, and so, in the wake of that, we Joseph, please hit that thing, please, because it's driving me crazy. I know it drives me crazy. I don't know, huh? You're not? Okay, hold on for a second, guys. Hold on. Hold on for 1 minute.
El Manning, my best friend, I just talked about you yesterday. I did. I said, where is my best friend? And now I know. Hello, everybody. I'm here. I am here. I am here. Hey, Monica, Reese Cup, Tyrone, and Famous. Who else is in here I might have missed? Gabrielle, Uncle Fred. Yes, I am here, y'all. I am here. I am. I am. I sure did, El Manning. I promise you. I said yesterday, where is my best friend? I have not seen my best friend in forever. Because the conversation was about petty people. And I said, ain't nobody more petty than my best friend, El Manning. And I
Joseph, these
love it.
damn cats.
Tremel,
Hold
wasn't
on.
we talking about El Manning yesterday?
Yeah, we was talking about yeah.
And look who in the chat today.
Oh, she is?
She sure is.
Hey, El Manny. We sure enough was talking about wow, that's something. But Joseph, let me finish. Let me do these announcements real quick.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to
No, I was
what you
just
were
saying
saying.
hello to the people.
Oh, okay. Um, well, like I said, we're changing our time frame. Our new time slot, guys. You may want to take a mental note of this. Our new time slot is going to be 7 p.m. 7 p.m. weeknights, 7 p.m. 6 p.m. No, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now I don't know whatever time frame you in, you got to figure that out. I ain't gonna be sitting here doing the math and shit. I ain't doing that, Joseph. I'm not doing that. I'm not telling them that. They know what time frame they in. Because if it's 11 o'clock, if it's 12 o'clock, where we at now, then it's 1 o'clock somewhere else. I don't, y'all just take note of that. We on the East Coast. We in New York. So New York time, New York, New Jersey, tri-state area time. We gonna be here at 7 p.m. That's our new time slot. Okay? That's our new time slot. So y'all please take a mental note of that. You will no longer see the McCray Kings here at 11:30 a.m. And that's simply because what you guys have to understand is that you know, Joseph and I, we both have chronic illnesses. Okay. And we go to the doctor a lot. Joseph goes to, Joseph has a team of people, doctors, um, for his dialysis. He usually goes to the doctor on Tuesdays, anywhere from 11 o'clock um, and after. So it just makes more sense for us to go live in the evening time because we know there's a lot of people out there that do watch us that look forward to seeing us at 11:30, and it can be kind of frustrating when you become attached to a content creator and you become accustomed to them coming on at a certain time, and then you look forward to seeing them on that day and they're not there. And sometimes we have to cancel even coming on at 11 o'clock. Sometimes we have to cancel coming on at all, simply because we have a doctor's appointment. Like tomorrow, I have to go to the hospital tomorrow to get an iron infusion, and that's at 11:30. So I ain't gonna be able to come on tomorrow at 11:30. And then I say, throughout the course of the day, well, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. I'll go live at 2 o'clock. I'll go live at 3 o'clock. But then I don't know what y'all doing during y'all day. I'm not trying to inconvenience y'all, by not coming on. I got to get out this chair, child. I don't know how you sit in this chair, Joseph. I got to sit in my throne. Oh God, that chair move around too much for me. Um, but yeah, I don't. We're not trying to inconvenience y'all, and we thank you to the people that go back and watch the replay. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we want you to continue to watch the replay. Shoot, when I get off, I watch the replay my damn self.
Hey, Charlene.
So, just take note of that, guys. We will not be coming on anymore. And this is going to start Monday of next week. We will no longer come on at 11 in the daytime. We're moving to weeknight, weekday evenings. I mean, we're moving to weekday evenings at 7 p.m. And we're gonna give that a try. Okay, we're gonna give that a try and see how that works. You know, if it works out for us, if it works out for you guys, then we'll keep that time slot. Of course, if we find that you know it's not working, maybe perhaps we'll change the time frame.
To trim the fat.
Yes. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Let me put myself on camera because I really want to seriously talk to you guys about this. And like I told you, I'm looking on y'all damn nerves about this meet and greet because I really want this meet and greet to happen. And this is not to prove a point to the naysayers because we already have got naysayers. We had somebody last week come on to made a comment on one of our videos and said that we were being selfish for asking people for money in the midst of a pandemic. And that simply because that was simply sour grapes from somebody, and we know who it is. To the person that was on there with the fake name, we know it's somebody, and we know it's somebody that we know very closely. Um, but it's okay because that person don't want this meet and greet to happen. That's a hater. That's somebody drinking haterade. But I'm telling you this meet and greet is gonna happen with or without your little 2 cent donation that you wasn't gonna give anyway. Um, but I'm gonna continue to talk about this meet and greet until y'all get tired of me talking about it. Okay. Um, now y'all know Joseph and I, we ain't millionaires. We not. This meet and greet is going to depend on you. Okay, it's going to depend on you. This meet and greet is going to be funded by the donations of some organizations and you, the subscribers that want to meet us. Okay, um, and we need your financial assistance. We do. We need your financial assistance. We need for you guys to donate your dollars so that we can make this a successful meet and greet. We ain't trying, and for y'all, you people that's coming from out of town, we ain't trying to make you come out of town so we can put you in, so we can invite you to some little dinky ass room to meet us. Some little cheap ass, dinky ass room to meet us. If you coming to see the Kings, you're gonna be treated like royalty. Period. Point blank. We got a 5-star event ready to go. All we got to do is come up with the money. This ain't listen. This ain't about filling our pockets. It's not. These dollars that you donate is going toward funding the meet and greet. We have a 3-day event, a 3-day event ready to go. A mixer, a brunch, and a formal gala. There's not y'all ain't coming to get no fried chicken and some collard greens or that our soup made. I ain't saying that ain't good, because if y'all want soul food, we can get y'all some soul food at the meet and greet if y'all want to. But this is gonna be a 5-star event.
Because Aunt Sue makes some good collard greens.
Yeah, I do make some good collard greens. But this is gonna be a 5-star event. I'm talking like you got to put on your Sunday best when you come to this event. You got to have you a beautiful crown on. You got ladies, we expect you to be not in no dress, not in no little suit, not in some jeans and a t-shirt. You got to come in your Sunday best. You got to come in better than your Sunday best. You going to the prom. You going to the Met Gala. You going to the BET Award. That's what this event is going to look like. I promise you that.
Uncle Fred Charlene don't have a bakery in Jersey City. That's not her. That's somebody else.
Right. I promise you that. This event is going to be star-studded. We trying to get people to come to this event, right? Celebrities. I've already secured some of our entertainment. One of our entertainers. You can Google him. His name is Kenny Bobian. Kenny Bobian. If you've ever heard this song, "You Are My Friend," played in clubs, that's my best friend. He's gonna be performing that night at the gala. Yes. Or I think he goes to the brunch. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. So moving forward and starting not this Friday coming, but the following Friday, we will be hosting on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Every Friday night, we're gonna be hosting. Um, we gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna call it
Fundraiser Friday.
fundraiser. We're gonna be fundraising. We are going to be fundraising from now until June for this event. We're gonna be fundraising every Friday night. We need fundraisers. If you want to raise funds for us for this event, let me know. We need y'all to volunteer to raise funds for this event. Hey, I watched these two brothers on YouTube. Their names are McCray Kings, and they want to have a meet and greet, and we raise the money for them to have a meet and greet. Could you please donate it out?
And with the first fundraiser that we do, you will have a chance to win a Knight's mug from us, the McRae Kings. So you will be able to have your coffee with the Kings, even though we won't be on in the morning, because you will have a chance to win one of the coffee mugs. It'll be the Night mug with me and Tremella on the front, and it'll say Night on the back. That'll be on the first Friday.
Yeah. We're going to try to do a giveaway at each fundraiser. But there may be times when we may not be able to do a giveaway. But we're going to try to do a giveaway at each fundraiser. But we try to raise as much money as possible. Now, we have a GoFundMe page. It does take $20,000, but we're going to take whatever we get.
But don't be scared by that number. Like I told somebody else,
Well,
it's
I ain't
just
gonna
a
say be
number.
scared by that number because I want you to be scared by that
Well,
number.
no, some people
I
see the
want you to
number
because
and be scared. But what I'm
I
saying
want
is,
you to be as enthusiastic and as determined to raise that $20,000 as you possibly can.
and it only take $1.
That's all. Listen, somebody said, listen, if 20,000 people donate $1 each, then we got $20,000. Somebody said, do y'all even know 20,000 people?
no, do we have 20,000 people that watch
Oh
our
yeah, they said,
videos?
do we have
And I
20,000
was
people that
like,
watch?
well, if we did, we
Yeah,
wouldn't have to do the fundraiser.
right, right, exactly. But it's gonna happen. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen. Now, the grand scheme of things, if we raised $111 a day, we would have that $20,000 by June. I did the math on my on my phone. I did the math. If we raise $111,
You see, you even had to laugh at that.
uh,
I said, even you had to laugh at
I
that.
know. But if we raise $111 a day, we would have that $20,000 before June. Mhm. I did the math. Okay. I did the math. I broke it down to months. We got to raise $3,000 a month in order to get the $20,000 by June. But like I said, we are going to be happy and satisfied by whatever amount that we get. Y'all follow what I'm saying? So I don't and listen, I don't want you to send your donations to the McCray Kings to the McCray Kings Cash App. I don't want you to cash app me no donations. I don't want you to do that. I want you to go on to our GoFundMe page and donate to the GoFundMe. Okay? We appreciate your donation that you give us through our Cash App. But you know, the money that you send us through to the Cash App, that's to support the channel. That's to pay the um the StreamYard bill, right? That's to pay the bills around here, like our internet bill, our StreamYard bill. That's what that's for. So your donations that you send us to the M Kings, that goes towards our platform. The monies that we're raising for the meet and greet, I want you to send those donations to the GoFundMe. And the link for the GoFundMe, do you got the link for the GoFundMe, Joseph?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Um, Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yes, you do that because my phone,
Um,
I'm on it.
yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Um, so that people will let me see. I gotta find the link. Shit.
In the
Okay,
meantime,
I got it.
hey everybody,
Here we go.
what's going on? How's your Monday
Okay,
starting out?
okay. Joseph, I'm sending you the link so you can put it in the description.
Well, that'll
Okay.
work.
Joseph is gonna put the link for the GoFundMe in the link, right?
In the description box.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's gonna put the link in the description of this video. And I am going to put the link in the chat, the link for the GoFundMe. And guys, go over, please. I ain't seen that GoFundMe move yet. Y'all ain't donated not one dime. Not one dime. So, and I'm gonna continue to ask you. I'm gonna continue to ask you for donation. This money ain't for me. This is for y'all. It's for you. Spread the word. Ask somebody. Ask your mother. Ask your father. Ask your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, Shaniqua.
Now, don't ask nobody that you know is struggling. because
Ask
that ain't
somebody. Just
cool.
say, you got $5 to donate. 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 I'm telling y'all, this event is going to be epic. It's going to be epic. Because I said to Joseph before, when we made the decision, because people have been asking us to do a meeting for the past 3 years. And I said to Joseph, I said, we're gonna do this, we got to do it, we got to do it big, and we got to do it the right way. I'm not going to invite you to my turf, to my kingdom, and give you some half-ass shit. I'm not doing that.
But now, like I said, we could always serve you little goldfish crackers, some
I'm
ginger
not doing that.
snaps,
No,
and a half
if
a solo cup of orange
that's what we got to
juice.
do, I don't want to do it.
If
I
that's what
don't.
you want, that's what you can get.
I don't want to do it.
Thank
If
you,
that's
Reese
what we gonna
Cup.
do, if that's what we doing, I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, that's might be what some of them want. Some little goldfish crackers, some
No,
ginger
I don't want to do that.
snaps, and a half a cup of orange
No,
juice.
I'm not doing that, Joseph.
Ah,
I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to give these people when y'all leave that Monday, the 25th of July, when y'all leave, y'all gonna be talking about this.
thank you, Monica.
Y'all gonna be talking about this. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be talking about this. hmm I don't want to do that. I don't want to get a no. I want to do it like that.
No little half-ass meet and greet.
No, I'm not doing that. Be sure, son. Be sure, son.
Thank you, Monica.
Let me show y'all something. I got something to show y'all. Something to show y'all here.
I mean, we could rent a community center
No, I'm not doing that. I'm
and
not
give you
doing
some little goldfish crackers,
that.
some ginger snaps, and y'all like when I say a half a cup of orange juice, like y'all in kindergarten,
Okay. Oh, Joseph, we can go to Popeye
right? We can get some little Popeyes
and
fries,
get
and they could
y'all
be
two piece.
cold, and pass out a 2-piece for 2 people to
Mm-hmm.
share.
Uh-huh. And that's all you can
Let
eat.
y'all
You can
fight over
get.
which piece you want, the thigh or the leg, the
Uh-uh.
wing or the breast.
Take one piece or
No, I
two
said give a
pieces
2-piece
and
to two
pass it down.
people. So if you give a 2-piece to 2 people, they only get 1 piece of
Give me
chicken.
two pieces. Give me two pieces. Let me get a half a biscuit and
Right,
no
and y'all
ice.
can split a biscuit in half, and,
And
and
no
y'all can
ice
split
in
one
the
of them little
soda.
jelly packs
hmm Give me two
or a honey
pieces
pack.
and a half a biscuit.
And you can't get both. You can only get one, either jelly or honey.
Don't forget my half a biscuit. I want my half a biscuit.
Oh, you only getting half. Because we
And
only
give me
going to
a
buy
half
enough
a
biscuits
biscuit
where you can share them in half.
hmm and no ice in my soda.
You soda, you getting water.
Huh?
It's either a cup of water or a half a cup of orange juice.
That's it.
Uncle Fred, we know you like Pepsi, but that day you gonna have to drink orange juice or water.
Sure. And Uncle Fred, he probably gonna want um a 6 pack of Pepsi.
He gonna have to bring it.
Well, Uncle Fred don't mind bringing his Pepsi with him. But why Uncle Fred got to bring his Pepsi, y'all? Why Uncle Fred got to bring his Pepsi? Mm-mm. No, we not doing it. We gonna have a meet and greet time. We gonna have a good time.
Of epic proportions.
Yes, it's going to be the most amazing time. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Hold on for a second, y'all. I was trying to bring something up. Lord God.
Is it gonna let you?
No, it's not.
I know.
It's gonna let me. I just
It
don't know how
has
to
to
get
already
to it.
be there, I think.
I just don't know how to get to it. Hold on. I can bring it up.
Don't mess up the live.
Oh, I'm not doing
What
that.
is I don't even know what we're supposed to be talking about today because we are like
Um,
far in and we haven't got past the meet and greet.
right. Well, this is meet and greet time. This is what we talk about. We talk about the meet and greet right now. That's what we're gonna talk about. We talk about the meet and greet right
Why is my phone going dark? All right, that's better.
now. Okay, here we go. Let's see that. Let's see that. Let's see that.
Hey everybody, make sure you thumbs up the video, like and share. Hey Monte, make sure you thumbs up the video, like and share. If you want to become part of the McCray Kings Kingdom, make sure you hit that join button. If you don't see the join button, it will be a link in the description box when this video is over. And membership has its privilege at the meet and greet. Just
Yes, it does.
remember, membership has its privilege.
That's right.
When Reese Cup, Monte, Monica, Uncle Fred, and who else in here right now? Nobody else in here right now. But when they are at the Friday Mixer, and Tyrone and Famous,
Sipping on free drink
when they at the Friday Mixer sipping on free drinks,
and horse
don't
dive.
say, don't say we didn't warn you.
Right. They gonna be having drinks and horse divers.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
Like they say in the hood. Horse divers, not hors d'oeuvres. Horse divers. They gonna be sipping on cocktails.
They're gonna be sipping on free cocktails.
Uh-huh. Meeting people like Monica's Views and News. Hopefully Bacon with Charlene to be there because we trying to get Bacon with Charlene to be there. I really want Bacon with Charlene to be there because she makes the most amazing cake.
Yes. Oh yeah. And if Charlene comes,
And
yes,
she ain't that far. I think Bacon with
she'll be
Charlene
at
is
the
right
Friday
down. Right?
Mixer too.
Ain't she in Maryland?
No,
Where's she at?
where your sister is.
Oh, she in Virginia.
Yes.
Okay. We need to get Bacon with Charlene here with like 2K. One for the McCray Kings to take home with us. Right?
Let me explain something to you. If
And one
Charlene come up here
for
with two
the
cakes, I'm going on with both of them.
Yeah, that might happen too, Joseph. We might not share with no damn.
Monte looks so cute in his little
Let me tell y'all
costume.
something, y'all. If for y'all, let me tell y'all something, and that's what I was going to talk about. Hey, Prince Monte, y'all know Monte is the prince of the McCray Kingdom. Y'all know that, right? When I tell y'all, Prince Monte is one of the most handsome young men that I have ever seen in my. He is handsome. Joseph, where's that picture of Monte? Picture of him for Halloween.
In my phone.
He is so handsome. Y'all don't know, ladies, gentlemen. I don't know, Monte, you single? Is you single when you look at?
Now, come on, Tremel. Let's be realistic. Look at what Monte looked like, honey.
Yeah.
When I was young and tender like that, honey, I was single because I was doing what I wanted to do.
He is a young
breaking all the hearts.
Yes, he's breaking hearts. I know he's breaking somebody's heart somewhere with his fine self. Monte is a fine piece of furniture, child. When y'all see Monte is, oh God, he is so handsome, Joseph.
Monte is a little cutie, honey.
If I was about 30 years younger, child, I'd be up through something, child.
And he a tall drink of water like me.
And he a tall drink of water, child. Oh yeah, Monte is a tall drink of sweet tea.
Well, no, now see, Monte is a tall. Look, wait, Monte is a tall drink of flavored
Yes.
water, honey, because he needs some meat on them bones to be some sweet
No,
tea,
he don't.
honey.
No, he don't. He
He
don't.
need a
And
little meat on them
Joseph,
bones.
I don't even care. You know me. Joseph, you 6'4". You know I love tall men.
I don't know, Monte tall, but Monte need a little meat on them bones, honey.
No, he don't. He all right. He look good. Monte look good. Monte looks good. Just
Anybody that tell me they eat two French fries and full, honey, they need some meat on their bones.
don't you gain no weight, Monte.
Just a little bit, just a
Listen
little
to
bit,
Joseph. Don't you gain no weight.
a little bit.
No, not no little bit.
Them little boys need
Monte
something to hold on
tall.
to,
He's
honey. Or them little
tall
girls
and
need something to hold on
slender,
to.
and he's statuesque. He is. That's what he's statuesque.
Yes, he's very model material.
Yes, he is. He can get the girls to run away, honey. I know he can get the girls to run away. He walk into the club.
In a size 2.
Mhm.
Not like me in a size 22.
I think me and Monte the same height, aren't we? Or is he taller than me?
No, I think Monte is my height, like 6'2", 6'3".
Is he?
I think.
Woo.
He ain't
Yes,
under,
child.
I know, I don't think he under 6 feet. Yeah, see? Yep, size 2.
And I said to Monte, Monte, I said, when you come to Jersey, I said, we can go. I said, we're going to get on the boat and we're going to go up to Hudson. Monte said, I don't like water.
Yeah, see,
He said,
Jamel,
I don't
he's
like
6'3".
water.
We the
Huh?
same, me and Monte the same height.
Okay. Yeah. Monte said, I don't like water. Okay, Monte, we got to get on the boat. We'll find something else to do. I'm going to take the prince out on a date. Me and him and Joe, we're going to spend a day together. But Monte is y'all. I'm telling you, you're gonna meet Monte. You're gonna meet Monica.
Reese cup.
Reese Cup. I can't wait to meet Reese Cup. I can't wait to meet Reese Cup. I don't know why. I think me and Reese Cup gonna be like this.
No, Reese cup. I already know that's gonna be my bestest other best friend, cause I could already tell
You
just
better
from the
watch yourself because you know
conversations.
your other best friend is in here.
No, just from the conversations me and Reese cup have, she
Uh-huh.
just as shady as me, honey.
Yeah, yeah, I already know
She is just as shady as I am.
that.
Let me tell you something. Her, Roxanne, and El Manning, child,
Oh yeah,
that would be the petty crew
how we
right
gonna keep
there.
them three apart? That's trouble right there.
That would be the petty crew right there, the four of us.
That's trouble right there. The petty squad. That's the petty squad right there. That's what we gonna call them, the petty squad. Lord Jesus. But anyway, y'all, that's all the announcements that I really have today. Except for y'all need to go over to McQueen King's Boutique. And y'all need to get some of our new merchandise. We got some new merch over there. We got some beautiful new hats that I made over there, and some nice sweatshirts that I made as well. Um, and yeah, uh, I don't want to tell y'all about the stuff that we have there. Y'all got to go over there and see for yourself. Just make sure they get the link for our boutique as well. But getting to what we are going to talk about today, today's topic is inspired by somebody that's very, very special to me and means a lot to me, and that is my mom. That's my mom. Um, and no, my mom has not passed away. She's still with us. My mom will be, she's turning 77 next month in December 24th, 23rd, I'm sorry. My mom is turning 77. And sometimes I look at my mom and I still see her as this younger woman because looking at my mom, she has really not aged that much in the face. She still looks the same, as she looked when I was a kid. She still looks the same as she looked when I was a teenager. She still looks the same as she looked when I was, you know, as an adult. And so, sometimes I look at my mom and I don't see uh, her as this 77-year-old woman, and she's going to be 80 years old in 3 years. She's gonna be 80 years old. And the reason why I put I titled this today's show as "Give Them Their Flowers Now" is because yesterday morning I received a phone call. I was up. I got up and I got my coffee and I came back and I was drinking my coffee and I was doing my regular thing and trying to figure out what I was gonna have for dinner and stuff like that. And got a call. My phone rang. And it was my mom. And I said, hey, mom, how you doing? And she said, hi. She said, hi, son. I said, is everything okay? And she just started to cry. And I said, well, mommy, I said, what's wrong? What are you crying for? And she said, I'm sitting here in this house and I'm so lonely. It's like, mommy, what do you mean you're lonely? She said, well, son, all of my friends are gone. She said, all my friends, she said, most of my friends are dead. And see, my mama was one of those people that she didn't have like a whole bunch of friends, my mother's always been this person, she had like a circle of like good girlfriends. And she said, most of my good friends are dead. So, I'm here in the house and, because of, COVID, my mom doesn't get a chance to go out as much as she used to because, you know, she just trying to stay safe. And she says, she said, I sometimes I sit in this house and I feel so lonely. And I she said, she said, I think about, I said, well, mommy, I said, don't cry. I said, don't cry. I said, I know how you feel because, most of my friends are dead. And yeah, sadly, I'm younger than my mother. I'm only 53 years old, but majority of my friends that I grew up with, like my circle of friends that I grew up with in high school, they're all dead. Some of them succumbed to HIV. I lost a lot of my friends in the wake of HIV and AIDS, because most of my friends were you know, at that time it was just running rampant in the gay community. So I lost a lot of good friends in the wake of HIV and AIDS. And so I said to her, I said, Mom, I said, I know how you feel. I said, because, I most of my friends are gone too. I said, but you know what you got to do? I said, you got to think about the good times. She said, I do, son. She said, I do. I think about the good times. She said, and that's what makes me cry. And I said, well, you got to think of the times that made you laugh and laugh about it and maybe cry just a little bit, because that's what I do. Whenever I think about, when I was in my 20s or in my 30s, and I think about my friends, I think about all the fun times that we had. I think about, how we used to go out to the club, the crazy things that we used to do, you know. I think about how we used to get in our cars and drive down to the pier on Sundays and just socialize and meet people and just do all kinds of stuff. That's what I think about when I get lonely, you know. But one of the things that makes me sad is that one of the things that I was not able to do is I was not able to give my friends their flowers while they were here. Because, when you're 20 years old and your friends are dropping dead like flies from AIDS, you don't think about them dying. When you're in your 20s and your 30s, you think you're going to live forever. Just like now with this pandemic that we're in. You don't think that you're gonna lose somebody close to you from COVID. You don't think that. But it happens. It happens, y'all. It's happening, right? It's happening. Death is all around us. And listen, I told y'all I think about death a totally different way. But at the same time, I'm still human. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that when somebody dies, I don't cry. Because I'm human, right? So many times, like y'all, when was it? Trying to think. It was just last week. Just last week. I don't know if it was me or was it. I think it was. It was. I think it was the night before Joseph and I we had a disagreement. We had a disagreement. Yeah. It was the day he was in the hospital. He was admitted in the hospital. Him and I had a disagreement, and when I was sitting in the hospital room with him, we had a disagreement, and I got upset. And they said visiting hours were over with, and so I said goodbye to him and I left, right? But when I got home that night, I was I was stressed out, so I started cleaning up the house. I was cleaning up the house, I was cleaning the room. I mean, I was cleaning up the whole house. That's when I get stressed or when I start to feel like I'm having an anxiety attack or my heart is racing. I I clean, and as I was cleaning up, I had to take a moment to sit down, and I sat on the end of the bed and I cried. I think I probably cried for about a good 30 minutes. And then I stopped crying. And then the night went on and I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. And that's what happens every time Joseph is in the hospital. I can't sleep because it takes me back to that time whenever he had an allergic reaction to the anesthesia and, how I almost lost him. And so when I got when I I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tripping over my words. But when after I had cried for about 3 minutes, I got up and I started cleaning again, right? And after I had done everything that I could do, after I had done everything that I could do, right? I um I just said I sat there and I said in my head I was saying, you know, Tremere, you love your husband, but if he leaves this earth today, your last experience of him was this disagreement that you two had. And I thought about it. I thought about it for a minute and I said, I prayed all night. Because at that time, the doctor says they couldn't find a medication. They couldn't find a medication that would, they couldn't find a medication that would, help his issue. And they said it wasn't going to be an easy task to find a medication that would help the issue that Joseph was having with heart. And the only thing that kept going through my mind is that, I wanted him to stay positive because all that day that we were at the emergency, the day before when we were in the emergency room, he kept on saying, I just want to die. I just want to die. I give up. I give up. I give up. And that's the only thing that just kept on going through my head. is that my husband, he was saying, I just want to die. I give up. I give up. And when somebody when you hear somebody that never complains talk like that, it's like this rain of fear just comes over you. And that's what it was for me. It was fear because I was like, what if he has a heart attack in the middle of the night? And anybody that will tell you, any doctor will tell you that somebody has a heart attack or they have a stroke or they go into a coma or something. It's really not up to the doctors to bring them up out of this. It's up to that individual person that's enduring whatever they're enduring, you know, because that's when the will to live comes in. When that person's determination to say, no, I don't want to die right now. Don't want to die. I want to live. I want to live. You know, that's when that kicks in. And so I prayed. I prayed that night. Yeah, I prayed that night. I said, God, please just let my husband's determination, please just let his determination continue to drive him to want to live. Please just let his determination just drive him. And then I thought about how petty and small that disagreement was and how it really didn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And I told y'all this story to tell you this, is that we so many times we become selfish with ourselves and what we want and our relevance towards the people that we say that we love, that we lose sight of what is really important. And we don't give those people that we love and care about, we don't give them their flowers while they're still here. We don't cherish the moment that we are in. All we care about is me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Instead of sometimes just having some compassion or some empathy for somebody else. And don't say y'all don't do it, because we all do it. We all do it. We all take people, somebody in our lives that we love for granted, not realizing that we can turn around and they're gone.
Yes.
They can walk outside their door.
Or not even that. Or like in my case, I went and I called my mother and she was in the hospital. And I heard when some visitors came in and she was like, "Hey Joe, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey Ma, how you doing? Are you good?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm good." She was laughing and smiling. I could tell she was just having a good time with the people that came in the room. So she said, "Joe, I know you called me to talk to you, but could you please call me back later? Because they just came and I don't want to be rude." I said, "Sure, Ma, I'll call you back later." And Joseph got consumed with his life, doing whatever I was doing. And that was the last conversation I ever had with my mother. That bothers me to this day because I'm like, I so wish I would have called her back. Well, like I said, I would. Because then we could have had one real final conversation. But after that, that was the last conversation me and my mother had. At least when we hung up the phone, I was able to say, I love you. And she told me she loved me, and that was that. But I couldn't even tell you what I was doing. That was so important that I forgot to call back. And then the next day, That's when my sister called me and told me everything was going down haywire, and she couldn't talk after that. She was comatose and she died a week later. So Jamel is right. You need to take time and let the people know that you love them, that you love them, because it is truly true. Here today, gone tomorrow. Hell, they could be here now and gone in 5 minutes. At the rate things are happening these days, I mean, every time you log into social media, somebody else is dying, and you just sitting there like, well, damn, like for real. And it's sad that people are just dying these days, just like nothing. And if you don't take the time to let people know that you love them and how you feel about them and stuff like that, then you're going to be the ones missing out because they're gone. So that ain't a worry for them no more.
You know what?
The worry is,
Thank God for second chances. Thank God for second chances. Because I was on the phone with my mother.
oh,
I was on the phone with my mother yesterday.
and it
And y'all, let me just go back a little bit. Let me go back a little bit. I was on the phone with my mother yesterday. And I thought about the year that I did not speak to her. I didn't speak to my mother for a whole year because I didn't look at it from her side. I didn't look at it from her side. See, before me and Joseph got married, I was living with my mom. I was living with her. We did everything together. We did everything together. We went to church together. We went to shopping. We did everything together, guys. And when my mother found out that I was getting married to Joseph, she was upset. And I thought she was upset with me because she didn't want me to marry a man. But her son was leaving. He was leaving. That's all she knew. That's all she knew. All she knew is that, okay, he's getting married and I'm happy for him. But he's leaving. And I got married and I left. And this presence that was in her home every single day when she woke up was no longer going to be there. And now I'm all 4 hours away. And when my mother called me yesterday and told me she was lonely, if I wanted to do it with anything, I would have done anything just to be sitting right there with her. Give those people in your life their flowers while they're still here. I'm telling you guys, it's nothing in this world. It's not worth it. Whatever old baggage you got, whatever they did, forgive them and move on. Move on. It's not important. You can turn around and be gone. And what you left with? What are you left with? Regret.
thank you, Angela.
You left with regret. How you should have did it a different way.
Thank you, Angela.
You could have been unselfish enough to think about this person. Don't let it pass you by. I got a second chance. I got a second chance. Because I could pick up the phone, I could call my husband. He can't. He can't pick up the phone and call his mom. Oh, what that must have felt like. It's like I'm in horror right now, just thinking like, what if my mother was in the hospital and I'm all the way up here and she got but minutes to live?
Trust me,
She might
Tremel.
pick up the phone and call her and tell her that I love her. How I can't even imagine how my husband felt.
Let me tell you something. I have never drove so fast in my life. And those of you that know the distance between Maryland and New Jersey, I made it in 2 hours. I told them I will be there in 2 hours, and they asked me, well, I wasn't Mr. McCrae back then, but they said, Mr. McCrae, it's impossible. I said, there's nothing impossible. I told my job I had to leave. I went home. I put my dogs in their carriers. I just snatched a couple of clothes, put them in the bag, jumped in my car, and the next thing I know, I blinked and I was at my sister's house in New Jersey saying, come on, let's go to the hospital. I don't know how I did it. I know what I did. I know I stepped on that gas pedal, and I promise you I did 90 all the way there. I honestly don't even remember to stop to pay tolls, but I did because I didn't have an easy pass. And I raced to get there. She didn't die right then and there. She was a week later. I was actually on my way back home, and they called me and asked me, did I leave New Jersey yet? And I said no. They said, well, you might want to rethink that. And that was the call that completely changed my life forever. That's why I tell people, there's nothing you could do to me to hurt me. There's nothing you could say to me that I have lived through the worst nightmare anything and the worst thing you could ever go through is hearing those words that your mother is dead. After that, can't nothing in this world affect you. I don't care what nobody say. That's the worst thing you will ever have to live through in your life. And it didn't break me. It messed me up for a few years in my head. It did. And me and Tremel had a conversation yesterday, and he didn't understand certain things that I did, and I told him why. And it goes back to my mother dying because it completely changed my outlook on people and how I treat people. Um, but Tremel is right. You have to give people their flowers while they're alive because you never, 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 never know. And I can't even say here today, gone tomorrow because it's here today, gone in 5 seconds. At the rate things are happening now and the way things are going, you got to let people know you love them because you don't want to be that person sitting there going, I wish I would have told them. I wish I would have said, I'm sorry that we did this or I did that, and I'll never get a chance to tell them. Even though I didn't call my mother back when she asked me to, I don't have the regret I have is not calling back. But my mom knew I loved her. I knew she loved me. We had no bad words or exchanged anything evil or mean to each other that I need to feel sorry for. So even though I regret not calling her back because I know it would have been our last conversation. I didn't know that then. I just assumed that when I called the next day, she was going to be there because she was well. She was laughing. She was herself. So to think that that was it, that never entered my mind. It never entered my mind that that was going to be call me back. Okay, Ma, I love you too, Joe. Never entered my mind that that was it. That was the last time I would be able to pick up a phone and hear her voice on it. So Tremel is right. You got to give people their flowers while they're alive because you never know when that phone call or that last visit that last Thanksgiving, that last Christmas may be the last. And it's just what it is. It's life. It is what life is about. We are born to die. The day you take your first breath is all could also be the day you take your last. That's the way life was built and designed. And it's sad, but it's true. And once they're gone, that's it. Ain't nothing you can do but sit there and live with it. Either live with, like Tramel said, the memories and the happiness, and relive things. When I got married, I so wanted, like, it was like, oh my God, I was happy, but I was sad. I was happy because I was married, getting married, and wow, I can't even believe I'm getting married. And then I was sad because I'm like, damn, my mother would have been here. I wanted her to be there. I wanted to share that moment with her, but I couldn't because she wasn't there. It wasn't her fault. I, you know, it just was what it was. And yeah, you just gotta love on people while they're here. And now, don't get me wrong. If you don't like somebody, I'm not telling you because I'm a firm believer in if I don't like you, child, I don't like you. I ain't gonna just play nice because you could be dead tomorrow. I don't, and then I ain't that person. So I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that. But if it's somebody that you truly love and truly care about, and you just holding on to some bullshit, let it go. Let it
Mhm.
go. Make up with them and keep it moving.
Mhm.
Now, I have some friends that I ain't making up with. I don't care, and it is what it is. But I ain't gonna lie. If somebody called me today or tomorrow and said, "Oh, such and such died," I'd kind of gag a little bit. But I wouldn't be sad that I wasn't talking to them or nothing like that because they deserve for me not to talk to them after what they did to me. So it's a double edged sword. You need to decide how much this person means to you and what this person really means to you and take it from there. Cause I ain't wanting to say make amends with everybody and love everybody and I ain't that ain't who I am. It
That's
ain't
right.
who I am and I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like that's who I am. Cause that's a
Mhm.
lie. But there are people in your lives that you have just decided to for some whatever petty reason or for whatever reason, y'all just fighting over some bullshit and y'all know good and well y'all love each other. And if something was to happen to either one of y'all, y'all be falling out, laid out at the bottom of the casket. Then you gonna sit there and be like, "Oh damn, I should have spoke to them. It really wasn't that serious." Those the people that you need to make amends with. The
Mhm.
ones that you really like. You know what? I don't care. If you don't care, you don't care. But we all have people in our lives that we just holding on to some petty bullshit that we need to let go and fix it and move on with it because we know, God forbid, if something happened to them, that we gonna lose our damn minds because it ain't that serious. It really ain't with some things, but some things are that serious. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like they not because some things are, but a lot of times we need to just let some things go and move on. And even if you know, you just let it go and y'all relationship is never the same. But y'all have an understanding, like, okay, we cool, because sometimes things happen and you won't be as close as you were, but you make amends. That's fine too. Because at least, God forbid, if something happened to you or something happened to them, y'all are okay with it. Because guilt and regret is a horrible thing to have to live with,
It is.
especially when you can't fix it. See, it's one
Yeah.
thing when person walking around fine and you got any time of day to pick up a phone or go to knocking on their door and you can say, "Look, bitch, let's talk. Let's when you get over it." But if that person was to die today or tomorrow, or you was to die today or tomorrow, and they got to sit there and live with that guilt, or you got to sit there and live with that guilt, ain't nothing you could do to fix it.
Mhm.
Ain't nothing you could do to fix it.
Yeah.
So I say, like Tramel, give them their flowers while they're alive. Tell them that you love them, love on them while they're alive, and keep it moving. Because everything don't require the bullshit that we go through just because we mad or just because we want to. Why I got to apologize first? Because I'm good for that. I'm good for. Nope, I ain't saying sorry first for what? I didn't do nothing. And you might be right, but I have some friends that, it was worth me going to them and saying, if I did something, see, because I'm good for that. Especially if I don't know what I did, I'm good for coming to you. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. Now, some people don't want to hear that because they feel you know what you did. But sometimes I don't know. Like, I ain't purposely try to do something. Sometimes you just took something that I did and held it on to it.
But you know what,
Sometimes.
Joseph? Sometimes it ain't even about. It's not even about being mad at somebody or having a disagreement with somebody. Sometimes you just lose sight. You just
Right.
sometimes you're so busy with life that you just don't pick up the phone and call that person, or you get so consumed with yourself that you
Or you
lose.
claim you so busy
Yeah, yeah, you do.
and you ain't
It
busy.
happens. It happens. Sometimes you know, that's not your intention to just forget about that person or whatever. Sometimes you may be on the purpose of, I'm gonna call such and such next week. I'm gonna give her a call. We're gonna sit down and have a conversation, and then that opportunity never comes. You lose that opportunity. It don't always have to be about something negative. You know what I'm saying? It could
No,
be
true. And I don't,
anything.
I,
It could be
I have
anything.
never been so busy. Like, I may have forgotten to call somebody, like with my mom, I forgot to call her back because I had talked to her. So it
Right.
wasn't like it was just on my mind, like,
Right. You and her didn't have a fight or
no,
anything
no, no.
like that.
But what
You
I'm
weren't
saying is,
upset with her or
before
anything
I
like that. It
spoke
was
to
just
her,
that.
no, but what I'm saying is, before I spoke to her, it was on my mind. You got to call her, make sure she's okay. Call her,
Right.
make. So once
Right.
I did that, it wasn't in the back of my head to call to make sure she was okay because I had
Right.
already heard her voice and I
Right.
felt she was okay. But I don't understand people, and maybe because I've never been this consumed in my life at any point in my life. When people
Hmm.
go, "Oh, I was just so busy, I forgot, or I didn't have the time." What are you possibly doing that you can't pick up a phone and just go, "Bitch, you okay?" Like,
Right.
I just never understood that because I've never been that so busy
Right.
that every day of the week that I couldn't pick up a phone and just check on somebody or just say
Hmm.
hey. So when people, oh, I'm just so busy, I'm just so busy, I just find that to be a crock of shit. That, oh, I didn't want to call you, or I called you when I felt like it. Because I've just never been so consumed with anything in my life that I couldn't pick up a phone and just say hey.
Right. I mean,
So
like we talk to Uncle Fred every day.
right, but
Every
I'm just
day
saying,
we
like,
talk to Uncle Fred.
I know
You know.
people that have, oh, I'm just so busy. I've just been busy all week. And okay, well, what are you doing? I mean, I kind of know you and know you as a person, and you're not the president. You're not running the company. So how are you that busy that you just can't pick up a phone to say, even if you, hey, I can't even really talk long because I got a lot to do, but I'm just want to say hey, and they be
Right.
like, hey, like even that can just make somebody's day. Like what I told you, Tramel, like what you were saying about me saying I wanted to die. Because you have people, like I'm that strong friend. And I didn't want to be strong that day. I ain't going
Hmm.
back through it because we already talked about it, but I didn't want to be strong that day. I wanted Tramel and I wanted my family. I wanted my sister. I wanted my uncle. I wanted them to know I'm not okay. because I always walk around like I'm okay. Like, don't nothing bother me. Like, my friends even say, oh, you have the heart of a rock because you, yes, that's what I do. And that's who I am. I'm that person. But that day, I just wanted to be vulnerable. I wanted everybody to know for once in my life, I'm not going to pretend I am not okay. I just want all of this to end. Tired of pretending. I'm tired of all this shit happening to me. I wanted them to know Joe is not okay. I'm not. And after I had that moment, I pulled myself back together because, like Tramel said, he was sitting here praying that God would let me carry on. I ain't gonna lie. I laid in the hospital bed. I said, "Now, God, I didn't really mean when I said I wanted to die. I was just making a point. So don't think I want to go see my mother no time soon. I miss her, but I don't miss her that
Right.
much.
But
I didn't want to die, but at the moment, in the moment, like I went to those extremes because I wanted them to know, like I'm not okay. Like, and you got to be careful what
right. But
comes
what
out of
I'm
your mouth.
saying is,
Because let's just assume God felt I meant it. And he said, okay, you want to die? Boom. You know. And that's why I said, God, I didn't mean that. I was
right.
just having a
But
moment.
what I'm saying is that we could talk about so many different scenarios. We could talk about so many different scenarios, and a lot of them, you just they can't. Some things can't be negative. Like I said, sometimes the
Yeah.
intentions can be good. That's like I lost a very good friend of mine that I was very good friends with when I was in Virginia. Her name was Diamond. And she was diabetic like me. That's how we connected. She was actually my ex-boyfriend's niece. And her and I were connected because she was diabetic. And I knew that Diamond wasn't really doing good because she wasn't taking care of herself with her diabetes and stuff like that. And Diamond and I think we talked, the last time we talked was right before the pandemic. We talked before, like back in 2020, we spoke. And the last time I spoke with her, she was in a tumultuous situation, and I just found out about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, she passed away. She passed away, and it wasn't my intention to forget about her. It's just that so many things have happened since the last time I spoke with her. I got married. I moved here. We moved here, and we just lost contact with each other, not intentionally, not because we were upset with each other or anything like that. Life just went on for me, life went on for
Right.
her,
That happens.
and I just so happened to be on her father's Facebook page to see that her father had a GoFundMe page up trying to bury her. And I was like, oh my God, Diamond? Diamond passed away? Oh my God. And her and I, and Joseph, when I lived in Virginia, her and I were thick as thieves. We were thick as thieves. And it just took me aback with that, and then what happened with you. So many things that have happened with you, you know. Even in that year's time that I didn't speak with my mom, so many different things that happened with you. And even now, it has taught me. It has really taught me. It has softened my heart. I mean, I've never been a cold-hearted person anyway, but it has really softened my heart in the sense of, anybody that I care about in my life, I want them to know my presence. And I want them to understand how much I love them. I want to always show those that I love and those that I care about, I love you. I love you. I want to make sure that they know that I care. I want to make sure that they understand that I appreciate them being a part of my life. Like I said, sometimes we don't even set out to just reward a person. Like I
Right.
said, your life goes on, and with life going on, these events happen. You know,
Yep.
and you just have to cherish people. You have to not take people for granted, but not take for granted the fact that they're going to be here forever. You know, so give those in your life, give those people that you love their flowers. Don't take them for granted. If it's something that you can fix, then fix it.
And
If
Reese
it's
Cup,
something that you can't fix and you want to move forward, then move forward. It's okay for you to move forward. But be sure that that's what you want to do. Be sure that you know that once you step away from that person, you're going to be okay if something happens.
and
Because
Reese,
so many, I hear so many stories. I've experienced so many stories. Like right now, me and Joseph and Uncle Fred were on the phone yesterday, and I was telling him about a friend. She was my best friend. She was my best friend for 20 years. 20 years. God, I, 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 I would hate to be her. I would hate to be her. The last, she had a sister. She had a sister, and her and her sister they got into a deep, just horrible argument. And she got so mad at her sister, she threw her out. She told her, "I'll never want to see you again." And she lived in New Jersey. Her sister lived in Florida. She said, "I'll never want to see you again. Don't ever come to my house again. Don't never speak to me again. Don't call me. Don't nothing, bitch." And she died. She died. That's on her heart for the rest of her life. It's on her heart for the rest. No matter. And yes, she carried on at the funeral. She fell out and so on and so forth. But people was like, "Well, why she falling out? Why she falling out? She couldn't stand it. She couldn't stand it." But she got to carry that with her for the rest of her life. That her and her sister, the last experience that they had with one another was that she told her, "Don't ever call me again. I don't ever want to see you again." And God gave her her wish. She got her wish. She got her wish. And she will never, ever get a chance to fix that. I'm so glad. That's why I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for the second chance. I called my mother December 24th of 2020, and I had a conversation with her. After a whole year, I had a conversation with her, and we are the best of friends now. The best of friends. I don't let an opportunity go by without speaking to her ever. And I will never do that. I will never put my mother through that ever again. I will never put myself through that again. Give people their flowers.
and Reese Cup, you right.
When I was in a funeral, they died. They died.
And Reese Cup, you right because I did the same thing. I had a good friend, and I don't know why they popped into my head. So I went looking for them on Facebook, but I didn't know the last name. But Facebook have a section where people send you messages, and if they're not friends with you, it'll just hold the message. So I looked it through there, and I saw that the person I was thinking about looking for had contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the page, and all I saw was "rest in peace, rest in peace," and I was like, "Oh my god, how did they die?" And like I was just so, because when I tell you it was she was the sweetest, nicest person you ever wanted to meet. And I was kind of messed up in my head about it
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, wow. Like it messed with me because it was like, wow. Like, and that's one thing I hate about me. If it's people that I haven't, like I told El Manning, I sometimes when I speak people up, they'll either pop up, call. If I think about a person, they'll either call me, pop up, or I end up finding that what I don't want to know that they did. And I'm like, why does this always happen? It's like I don't know. It's weird because I could not think about a person for a long time, and then all of a sudden they'll pop into my head, and either, like I said, they'll call me, or they'll pop up somewhere, or I'll see them somewhere, and I'm like in a state of shock, like I was just talking about you, or I was just thinking about you, and here you go, and it's like crazy to me. It's like weird, but it happens all the time. But yeah, and I get people. A lot of people be going through things themselves, and that's true. But at a certain point, like you got to make time for other people because you be that person. You know how they say you born alone and you die alone. And I just it bothers me even if I don't know a person and they like, oh yeah, they was just in their house and they just found them. That's like horrible. I mean, it is. I don't know. Uh, it's just
It's like I said, we can talk about so many different scenarios, but
love on
um,
them while they're here.
yeah, let what we said today be a lesson. Let what we said today soften your heart. Let what we said today help you fix whatever it is you need to fix. Because I got something that I want to fix, Joseph. And I think you know what I'm talking about. And I think I am going to take Uncle Fred's advice, you know, and you know, that's the message that I want y'all to walk away with today is to know that there is nothing in life worth the value of losing someone and not being able to tell them that you love them and for them to be able to hear it. With that being said, guys, we gonna end this because we got a busy day ahead of us. We gotta go to the ASPCA and do a couple of other errands and stuff, and uh, yeah, and I'm gonna get myself together. I know I've been crying all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. Please, I apologize. I'm human, and that's just who I am. I get emotional. I do. I get emotional. Um, and that's what you get here. That's what you get here on our channel. You're not gonna get anything fake. You're gonna get what's real. Just make sure you're watching us on all social media platforms. Please make sure that you take note of all that we have talked about today in terms of the time slot, which again will be 7 p.m. That's starting Monday of next week. Let me put the date so I can get to I figure out. And I'm going to do a trailer about it too. I'm going to do a trailer about it. That's the 8th of November. I know you guys are getting prepared for Thanksgiving. Um, we are too. Hopefully, we will be able to make a trip to Jersey, and I will be able to see my mother. That's my biggest. That's my biggest goal right now. Is I want to see my mother. I want to be able to wrap my arms around her and hug her, and just love on her and just be in her presence. Um, and just take note of everything that we said today. And I hope that, you know, I've helped someone. I hope that we've helped someone. I hope that we've made the muddy waters a little bit more clearer for someone. Um, that being said, guys, we can all do. Do different today. Do something that you never thought you would do, like make up with a friend, make up with a family member, or just pick up the phone and just call them and say hello. You never know what can come from a conversation like that, right?
Yes, and don't let this heavy conversation weigh on you today. Make
Yeah.
sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And make sure you follow us on all social media outlets: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, right here on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. Share us out if you can. And make sure you hit that subscribe button And if you want to become part of the McCray King's Kingdom, remember at the meet and greet, membership has its perks. Hit that join button. If you don't see it, the link will be in the description box. Make sure you check out the McCray King's Boutique for everything McCray King's and dare to be different because we dare you to be different, not just today, but every day of your life. Why would you want to be the same? And on that note, because
And
my
also
husband,
make sure that you donate to the meet and greet.
the GoFundMe account, and if you want to make a donation to the McCray Kings platform, there's the Cash App right there. I see somebody already sent us something to the Cash App, and trust me, that will
Yes,
go
we
back
thank you
into
for
the
that. Thank you
platform.
so much.
And thank you so much. And with that being said, y'all, please enjoy your Monday. Make it the best day ever. If nobody tells you they love you today, just know that me and Tramel
Oh,
do,
yes,
and
we do.
there's
We love
nothing
you.
you can do about it. So on that note, you know how we end every live. I already said walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And you know it's Team McCray.
All damn day.
Later, y'all.
Talk to you soon. Bye bye.